Hi, my name is Tony Emmanuel. Quite an interesting moment here again today. You see, everybody has a past. There is history associated to every lifespan. So today I want to talk about a sensitive topic, something that is very crucial, that each and every one of us will encounter in our quest for a new or a dream job. And that is, how do we handle awkward moments in our job search? For example, perhaps based on a natural causes, you have been a subject of a situation, or you have been off work for a long time, and being willing to say the truth, you don't want to cover up this gap in your resume. Some resumes, undoubtedly, we have gaps. For example, you were once employed from 1902 to 1907, and yet you've been a subject of incarceration, whatever it may be, maybe sickness, imprisonment, or whatever, or some just situation, some crisis situation. Even as a nursing mother, you've been off work for like 5 years. And this might want to reflect in your resume. How do you handle this? There are some laws, even in labor law in Nigeria, that protect individuals from being less emphatic on these gaps when you are talking to an employer. For example, when an employer is asking you what happened to you between so-so and so-so period of time, and I want to say, well, I've been off work. You might not want to give details, the reason for which you've been off work. So, gaps in the resume is what I want us to look at today. Another gap that you could experience on your resume is trying to return to the workforce after a prolonged time of absence. Just like I gave an example previously, a nursing mother could encounter this kind of gap. Maybe just something just happened and you'll be off work for a long time. I think if you want to be sincere with an employer, just say, see, I have been off the job market for a while, but I'm coming back to the job market. So you can address this gap, and discuss it, in a way that will not hinder or impact on any expectation from your employer. And this requires skill. But the most sensitive gap in the resume, or the most sensitive awkward situation in the resume, is what is being termed as job hopping. Job hopping. That is, your job lifespan is so short between employers. Within a year, you've changed job 3 times, and this becomes a concern for every serious employer. That is, if I employ you today, that means you can jump tomorrow. So because of economic reasons, or because of career developmental reasons, we find ourselves hopping between jobs most times. But I want you to pay attention to this behavior, because it is not really good for you to be hopping from one job to the other. That is why you need to take up a job that you like, a job that stimulates your interest, a job that you value. At least make it a practice that you're not going to hop within job within 2 years. Once you take a job, at least stay 2 years on that job. So if you have to up job based on your career goal and your career objective, make sure you reduce it to barest minimum. But when these issues arise, during interviews, don't try to shy away from them. Confront them and explain as much as you can. But you are not also owing any employer nitty-gritty details about what has happened or what is going on. But just make sure you give relevant and basic information about what it is. Some employers, the law of labor laws do not permit employers to dig deeper into your private history, especially when it comes to this gap in your resume. I can take private questions right now, and you can consult me if you have many gaps in your resume, so that we can see how we can abridge and how we can position you for your next interview, so that you are able to confront this with all the necessary skill that we can muster. Thank you. See you again tomorrow.